I would argue that that's unnecessarily slow around turn 1, but hey. I also crash a lot, so what do I know? Hey going everyone, Nick here, and we're back in Automobilista 2 today. Who's surprised? It seems to be every video now. But hey, you know, I like what I like, and it seems you guys do too. It's been a little while since my last video. I have, you know, when I said hello, you noticed this. I have hurt my wrist. Not related to sim racing, that would be a bit tragic. But look, we're gonna have to take it easy today and hope we don't crash too hard and the force feedback snaps my wrist in half. So that would be not ideal. But anyway, we are trying out some more mods. We've got 2 mods to try today. The first, if you haven't guessed from the thumbnail of the video, is Fuji Speedway. So, very interesting track. I know a lot of people don't necessarily love this track, but it's in a cool location. I mean, giant Mount Fuji in the background, etc. So yeah, I thought we'd give that a go, and I thought, well, Japanese track, gotta try a Japanese car. Now, people would say that the Supra, the A90 Supra, is not necessarily Japanese because it is half made by BMW. But hey, you know, look, it's a new Supra. I'm happy with it. I want to buy one of these. Not the race car version, but a road-going one. And we've got the GR Supra GT3 in the awesome HKS livery, which is sweet. So, we're going to do 8 laps against vehicles in the same class. Now, this comes from a mod pack called the GT Challenge Pack, if I remember correctly. I'll link it in the description, of course, and the track. But we're going to be doing 8 laps against cars in the same class. I think there might be like a Viper in there or something. I don't know what this pack is, but anyway, you can try it out for yourself. 8 laps. Let's see how we go. Alright, starting from the back of the pack in the Supra, we've got Jaguar F-Types, and like that one in front, and Dodge Vipers in this grid. So a bit of an interesting mix. Let's see how we go. I've heard that the AI can be kind of iffy on some of these mod tracks. I haven't experienced terrible AI on mod tracks specifically before, but we'll have to see how we go. This track does have some tight sections in it, and that guy was trying to dive bomb on the inside. There is no way that was happening. The AI is a little, I don't know, they seem okay so far. Not overly aggressive or anything, but that's okay. It does tighten up quite a bit around here, so don't necessarily want to be too much on the inside of the corners. So we'll just take our time, get through. We've got 8 laps to do it. Can't win the race on the first lap. A bit of a push from behind there from the Jag. I am still a little bit nervous about pressing my brake pedal. I have changed all the bolts that are mounting my Husingveld Sprints to the rig, so they shouldn't shear any more bolts off. But I haven't gotten over the mental side of having to brake very lightly, so I'm still getting used to it. And I added 2 extra bolts as well, so I've got 6 bolts holding them onto the rig. Should not surely fall apart anymore. But hey, if you hear like a twang sound and then bits of metal fly past in my webcam view, then you'll know what's gone wrong. Alright, that's the end of the first lap. We've gained a number of positions. AI is not very difficult around here. I do find that you need to change the AI depending on some of these mod tracks. You can't necessarily rely on it being the same. The AI treats these tracks quite differently depending on their complexity and so forth. I would argue that that's unnecessarily slow around turn 1, but hey. I also crash a lot, so what do I know? That was me unnecessarily braking there, but hey. Here we go. There's Mount Fuji in the background. It's a little bit low res, I think, in this version of the track. It'd be nice if they, you know, had a higher quality version, given it's such a landmark in the background of this circuit. But At the same time, you know, this isn't a brand new release of a circuit or anything, so it's fine. Maybe modders, just putting a thought out there, if there's a way to remaster elements of tracks and things, that would be very cool. Oh, come on, guys. Gotta get past this guy. I was letting Team Supra down, if I'm honest. Can't have a Jaguar F-Type win this race. Just ain't gonna happen. I'm a big fan of the A90 Supra. I do want to buy one, and I may well do that. But oh my gosh, not if I drive it like this. It might be a hazard on the roads. A bit of a drag race with this Jag. We are pulling ahead though. Raw BMW / Toyota power. Well, it's really just BMW, but you know. Might have braked a bit early there. The AI seemed to brake later than me, which is rare. But I'm not, you know, too sure on the braking markers and stuff yet. We are in the lead now though, so the aim now is just to pull away from the pack. Could have been using more of the track there. Well, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh no. I think I'm braking late and then causing it to be a bit understeery. I don't know, it seems a bit strange to me. I mean, the car sounds good, it drives well. I just don't drive it well, but what's new? This is a slow corner here, but not as slow as AI just tends to take it. Oh, a bit too much on the throttle on the exit. Maybe I should listen to the AI. Right, this has all gone pear-shaped now, Nick. You gotta sort yourself out. It's just not good enough. See? What is going on? As soon as he doesn't have anyone to follow, he's got no skills whatsoever. We'll just say that my sore wrist is the problem. But we can't really, because that would be lying. Alright, anyway. Almost halfway through the race. This is actually taking a little bit longer than I thought it was going to. Maybe 8 laps is a bit long. Especially when we're in the lead already at this point. Doesn't matter though, we'll just keep going. See what sort of gap we can build up against the AI. Maybe see if we can improve our driving capability as well at the same time. Force feedback not hugely detailed off the back of this. I don't know what car they've used to map the AI logic, or if it's come from Project Cars 2. I don't know anything really about how the mods are brought in from Project Cars 2 to AMS2. Some wizardry happens in the background and then it appears on a website and then I download it and then I use it and then make YouTube videos about it. That's all I do. That's all I know. Alright, get around. Don't not too aggressive on the throttle on the exit. A little bit better. Slower here as well. We ran wide here last time. Hug the inside a bit. Nicer. Good. It's quite, yeah, like here again, I've done the same thing. I keep forgetting how tight it gets at the end of this circuit. And I think that's probably one of its weakest features. It starts quite strong. You know, with some fast sections, and then it's just a whole bunch of snaky business towards the end, and I'm not a huge fan of that. Like you look at something like Suzuka, I think that's probably a much better designed circuit, because it has a better combination of cornering with, you know, whilst maintaining speed and challenge. But you know, as I always say, I'll never complain about free stuff. in a game, and mods and imported tracks like this are always welcome in my book. Really need to work on that corner. I'm taking it really poorly. Quite hard on the brakes there. I really wanted just to test and see if they were as rigid as they should be. And it seems like we're good. A bit more confidence now. Right, slower through here. Okay, a little bit better. We're still not ideal, but this is it's too tight of a final corner as well. I'm not a fan. You lose so much speed, and then you've got to jam the throttle down the straight. I don't think it really works well. Obviously, you could drive it better and get more exit speed, but I don't know. I'll stop complaining about the track now. It's fine. I couldn't design a track in real life if I wanted to. Well, we have almost missed the braking mark there. And I don't know where the rest of the cars are. It looks like they're 17 seconds back. But hey, look, at least this gives us a chance to try AI and solo racing and talk about the car a bit. I'll have to tweak the AI settings a bit and see if I can get them to maintain position, keep up for the remainder of the race. But as I said, it does change depending on these mod circuits and the cars you use. It's very flexible, and you have to kind of tweak it for everything that you drive. Oh, come on. Ow, my wrist. Great idea, Nick. Hurt your wrist and then do sim racing. Smart man. Alright, 2 laps to go after this one, and then we're home free. Let's see if we can bring it home. I'm sure we can for the win, but you never know. I also think I have fixed my problem, and I hope I don't jinx it by saying this. Fix the problem with the game deciding to freeze randomly. Oh, we have braked late. Okay. By switching from borderless to full screen and then changing the aspect ratio scaling, we get the same effect that I wanted for recording videos without being the risk of losing focus on the window. So, for the technical minded out there, you probably know what I'm talking about. For the rest of you, you probably think I'm some rambling idiot. But what's new? Whoop. Yeah, as I said, not a huge amount of force feedback detail in this. I mean, it feels fine. It's definitely there, but something else I have been reading up on is that someone has made a single-player campaign for AMS2 as a mod. I think it's still in quite its early stages. It uses us like a external application to follow your races and set up AI races and things for you. You earn prize money and sponsorships and things like that. I thought it was interesting that someone's done that. I might check it out. I might give it a test, off camera first and see if it's something that would be fun to do. Maybe we could make a series out of it if it's something useful, interesting rather. Let me know if you guys want to see that. I'm happy to do that. Alright, final lap. Here we go. corner a little bit there. Definitely much more of the track we can be using. I'm been quite apprehensive, if I'm honest, about how much of the track to use. It's always been my biggest problem in sim racing is getting the confidence to use the full amount of track, and it really does make me significantly slower than I probably am, realistically. But I've just always been so terrified because of I think it's iRacing that I'm going to blame for this. Because iRacing obviously has some wild grass effects where if you go on the grass a little bit, you can just spin out of control like mad. And I think doing that in my early days of sim racing really made me quite nervous about getting near the edge of the track. So I kind of avoid it now, which is not good. But I guess I need to fix that. But I suppose at the same time, it's really a me problem that I just need to get used to and build on some confidence to get up on the rumble strips, etc. Pick up some speed, because if I do that, I think I could be reasonably quick. I've been doing sim racing for long enough to have the hang of it. But anyway, it's enough rambling. This is the end of the 8 laps, and we're going to set our fastest lap on the final one. Brilliant. Well, we won by a good half a minute there. 34 seconds to the guy in P2. We definitely need to work on the AI tweaking, I think. But hey, it was a bit of fun. So let's get out of the car and we'll have a chat about it. Okay, so what did we think? I mean, it's a pretty good looking version of the car. I think it looks good. It drives pretty well. It sounds pretty good. I don't know how realistic it sounds, and I don't know where the model has come from and where the sound pack has come from, etc. This is all a little bit of a mystery to me. But hey, I don't know everything. I mean, you probably guessed that. But yeah, it was fun. I love the Supra. It's one of my favorite cars ever made, going back through decades. But great to have it in AMS2. And then I thought, well, Fuji, whilst not my favorite track out there, especially from the Japanese tracks that are common in sim racing, but definitely always nice to have, right? I think it's well implemented. It's obviously come from Project Cars 2, so it's come from a quite detailed and reputable source from a developer. But yeah, I mean, great to have. Can't complain. It's free. You can't really complain about anything that's free. The only thing it costs you is time to download and install. That's it. So I do recommend you give it a go if you haven't already. There seems to be more and more tracks and cars coming out as we go. I'll obviously link the track pack and the car... the track and the car pack in the description so you can download them for yourself. But yeah, I highly recommend you give it a go. I'm really enjoying AMS2 modding, even if it's just stuff from Project Cars 2. But I'm really enjoying it anyway. So I hope you are as well. And if you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. If you didn't, a thumbs down is also fine. With some constructive feedback, of course. But I hope you enjoyed it again. And until the next video, I'll catch you later. Thanks. See ya.